Dear single parents all over the world, whether you are a single parent by choice or by divorce, separation, whether you're widowed, pregnant and alone, ex-partner, or co-parenting, this channel is for you. My name is Betty, your noble host. Welcome all. All right, let's start. So today, parents, I wanted to talk to you about you insulting your ex-partner in front of your children. This is a warning and a caution to all of you. Never, ever, ever in your life insult your ex-partner in front of your children or talk badly about your ex-partner who is probably their father or their mother in front of them. You know why? Eventually, you will lose respect. Those children will lose respect for you. If you keep bad-mouthing your ex, who is their father or mother, everything they ask of you, you have to say something shitty about your ex-partner to them. It makes you look bad. You're the one that looks bad. You're the one that looks miserable. You're the one that looks bitter. Especially if your ex-partner doesn't say anything insultive or anything insulting about you to their children. You need to keep it respectful 100%. I know you're hurting. I know he left you. I know he might have abandoned you. Something might have caused the separation, the divorce. But people just don't separate because of something minor. There has to be a series of unfortunate events that lead to a divorce. Okay? I need you as a single parent. And this is for all the parents, those ones that have separated, every parent who is listening to me. You don't insult your partners in front of your children. They don't need to hear your... I've told you, keep your crap to yourself. If you guys are fighting over money, or maybe he cheated, brought a third party, something that led to the end of your relationship, let your children know that you're not together. Let them know that you guys operate cordially with one another. But this thing of you seeing your ex and now you want to tell your children how much of a shitty man or woman they are. You think that helps your children? That makes you look bitter. It makes you look stupid. It makes you look foolish. And you want, dear parent, to reserve. You want to reserve your credibility. You want to reserve your reputation. Even if you don't think that children need to see you in great light. These children, they need you. They need you, and they don't need you insulting their father or their mother. What happened, what transpired between you is none of their business, okay? You guys caused it. So deal with it and deal with it in a cordial way. Sure, you're wounded. Sure, you're bitter. Maybe you didn't want the divorce. Maybe you didn't want the separation, but your partner wanted it. They actually insisted on it. So what do? You start insulting him or her in front of the children. You know how desperate and how miserable and how bitter you look in front of your children. And anybody else who cares to listen. In fact, if your partner was going to come back to you, now they won't. Because now you've ruined their reputation in front of their children. Now there's a way that the more you keep insulting your partner, the more your children lose respect for you and that your partner. That's your ex-partner. The children don't want to hear that. That is your business. Where you guys collected yourself from to come together to form them, they were not there. They were not party to it. In fact, they did not send you mail or messages that, Mom, we want to be born in this family. No. You picked yourself together with that, your ex-partner, and you formed them. So now have respect unto your children. Respect them. If you keep insulting your partner in front of your children, you have no respect for your children, dear parent. And I am telling you today, you think that children are not supposed to be respected. They also need your respect. And one way to respect your children is to not insult their father or their mother. Because children, when they are young, they look highly upon their parents. To children, their parents can do no harm. They can do no wrong. So you insulting or bad mouthing your ex-partner to your children doesn't do you any good. In fact, you look very bad. In fact, you ruin your relationship with your children. Because the more you keep bad-mouthing your ex-partner, the more they'll start thinking, there's something wrong with mom. They'll start judging you. They might not tell you they are judging you, but between or among themselves, they know they are judging you. They'll be talking silently behind your back about how you're disrespecting their father or their mother. And that's not what you want. You want a good relationship with your children, dear parents. You want a good relationship with your children. If you want a good relationship with your children, then why? I know you're bitter. You know, sometimes these relationships can make you bitter. And I understand that. But let me tell you, don't ever go to an extent that you forget yourself because of bitterness. Learn the lesson of why you broke up and respect your children enough not to abuse their father or their mother in front of them. There are things that you parents say, nasty, nasty things that you people say in front of your children that break their hearts. You might think you're just criticizing your ex-partner, but you're criticizing their father. You're criticizing their mother. And you need to be very careful of that, because that child can grow up resenting you for the rest of their days. I mean, they will resent you. They will resent you. They will want nothing to do with you, because they know mom is bitter, dad is bitter. That's why he keeps saying bad things about my mother, bad things about my father. Because, at a young age, they are not able to ask you, why is it that you're talking like this about my... Because at that age, their father and their mother is everything to them. And you criticizing their father and their mother in front of them, that it breaks them. It breaks them. Because you have formed now, when you keep insulting an ex-partner, you have formed in their minds, you have formed a mindset about their father or about their mother. When you keep saying, you're stupid, you're foolish, you cannot help us, you're always busy sleeping around everywhere, and they're listening to that thing you're saying every day, then what happens to them? They start seeing their father or their mother as foolish and stupid. They have no respect for them. You break their relationships with their parents. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you have something to say, I told you, parents, you have friends, right? You have family members you can talk to, right? If you're feeling pressed and you need to say something, go out there and tell your friends or your brothers and sisters, but leave these children alone. I'm telling you, the way we are raising these children, this is why they become so rebellious. We cannot control them anymore, or we cannot put any positivity in them. Because if you keep talking smack about their parent, about their mother, about their father, what does that do to them? You're breaking their hearts and you have no idea. Because you have pressed, you want to say something insulting. You just have to, because you're bitter. You can't hold yourself. You need to learn to cut your tongue, dear parent. I'm serious by the way today. Today I'm not playing. I have seen so many people broken, and they were broken as children. And now they cannot to even pick up the pieces now as adults. They have childhood wounds that cannot heal. Damaging wounds that have damaged their emotions. They cannot even relate to a partner now because of the wounding. Because you parent, you're busy pressed, criticizing your partner every day in front of your children. They have no reason. They have no reason now in adulthood to respect a woman or to respect a man. Because you damaged them with your mouth. Listen, dear parents. You know, most of us have got woundings from our childhood. And these are some of the reasons why we are wounded. This is the reason why we are wounded. Perhaps our parents were too angry as we are. They were too angry with their partners, too angry with our fathers, too angry with our mothers. They said things that we heard with our ears, and now we cannot recover from. And we are repeating the same cycles into the next generation. Parents, I need you to listen to me. If you're feeling pressed and you need to say something, by all means say something, but not in front of your children. I need you to have respect for those children. Just like you had a childhood and you grew up, let them also have their childhood. I know your partner must have left you for another woman. It happens. And I told you, you'll not be the first one to be left. People have been abandoned left, right, and center. So you will not be the first and you will not be the last. Perhaps your partner found another partner because of this mouth you keep running. You have no respect for him, so he left you. You have no respect for her, so she left you. But you keep running your mouth. You know, now you've taken now at another target, at her children, at his children. And now you cannot cut your tongue because you're pressed to say something. And anything that comes out of your mouth is negative. It is nothing positive. Wait until your children at far distance before you can start running your mouth, for God's sake. Dear parents. This is how you wound your children. And when they go to the television in the next 10 years and start saying how broken they are, you wonder, what happened to them? I was a good parent. No, you are not. No, you are not. You kept running your mouth and you wounded your child. Now they cannot have normal relationships, thanks to you. I need for parents to listen to me today. I have seen so many wounded people, and every time we speak, it always boils down to their childhood. This is why I'm very critical. This is why I'm talking to parents about their children. And not that parents are not important. I also talk to parents on the importance of self-love and care. But now today is about your child. These people, they become wounded in life. You wonder, my son, why can't he keep a relationship to save his life? Why does my daughter keep jumping from one man to another? It's because of you, what you're doing now. You're shaping their destiny with your mouth. Instead of saying positive things, if they ask you, why hasn't dad come in today? Or why hasn't dad come to see us today? You should hold your tongue and say something wise. And say maybe he was not able to be, or when he comes, he will explain it to you. Not to just start assuming, he's with the other woman. He's loose like that. So, okay, you have said it. So how has that benefited you, dear parent? How has that benefited you? How has that benefited you? This is the reason why maybe you were abandoned. Yeah. Because some of us, we cannot hold our tongue. We are too pressed to say something negative. Too pressed. And when we say it, we think our partners will just stay on with us. No. Some people cannot handle that bullshit. They leave. They leave and they will leave you. They will leave you. You have no respect for them. You have no respect for your children. So what do you expect? You wound your children and in 10 years' time they come, they tell you how wounded they are, how they are not able to fix their lives. You start asking God, why God? Why? And it's you. You're the problem. Stop insulting each other in front of these children. Stop telling your children crap about your ex-partner. You two got together. You made those children. Now you've gone your separate ways. Handle it separately, outside their influence. Because they have lives, they need to grow up. They don't need to grow up more wounded. They have school to go to. They have relationships. They have careers. This is how you find somebody out here. They don't know even why they are not married. You'll ask them, dude, you're 60. Why are you not married? And they don't even know why. But they remember the bickering. They remember their mother bickering. They remember their father insulting their mother. And they say, I don't want those kind of relationships. I'd rather be alone. They will be like, even if they find the most beautiful woman with a pure heart, they cannot, because they're too wounded. Because they are too wounded, parents. Especially, I am talking to parents who have been recently divorced, separated, whatever it is. Look, you are in a relationship with that man, with that woman. Don't be telling your children or pouring it out on your children. Or when you see the person who has come to see their children, you know you have something to say. You now have something to say. You're wicked. You're wounding your children for no reason. And they will hate you and they will resent you for the rest of their days. You'll wonder why they don't come to see you. You'll wonder why they don't come to see you. They don't come to visit you. And when they even come, even when they decide they are touched, they want to come and see you when they are later in life, you're still talking smack. People are going to leave you. They will leave your life. They will leave you alone. They will not mess with you. Because you're evil. And you need to change your ways, dear parent. This is for your children, for the sake of their future. I'm talking to you in the present, for the sake of their future. You need to learn how to cut your tongue. Learn how to cut your tongue. Don't be saying anything that comes into your head like a small child. Regulate yourself, for God's sake. And be wise with these children. If you, why did you even have children in the first place? If you cannot raise them right. Why? Why did you have them? Why did you pick that partner? If you don't have respect for them, why did you pick them? I don't know. I'm so angry. But anyway, I need parents to learn to respect one another in front of your children. And even if you're pressed to say something, don't say it in front of your children. Go out, take a stroll, breathe in some air, and then come back. If you need to talk to somebody, find time to go and talk to your sister, your brother, someone, but not your children. Not your children. Leave them alone. They are innocent. Don't ruin their childhood because you're pressed to say something, because you're wicked, because you're evil. I've said what I needed to say today. And I hope this message touches you and allows you to change. If you are that parent who runs their mouth anyhow, let this message change you. Learn to respect your children. You think they are young, they don't need respect, but they do. And first, how you respect them is to respect yourself. Respect yourself, dear parent. Let this message make an impact in your life, enough to change you and change your ways. I've said my piece. This is Betty signing out. Peace.